What up? What up? What up, social media family? It's your boy, big brother, little brother. It really just depends on the situation, but it's your boy, Noble Alexander in the building. How y'all doing out? How y'all doing? It's been going down. It's been going down. Yes, it has. But before we get into today's topic, first and foremost, we want to start off by saying Hotep, Shalom, Salam Alaikum, peace and blessings, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. What's up? How's everybody? I hope everything is well. I'm good. I'm blessed. It's a lot going on right now, whether just with the whole nation or in the state of California. It's a lot going on right now. Yes, it is. I mean, we got quite a few things to discuss. I mean, whew, at the end of it all, you just got to keep your head on a swivel. I mean, you just got to keep your focus and your vision straight. Because, man, I tell you, boy, whew, I don't even know where to begin. So, you had all of these incidents. You had the New Orleans situation where the guy ran through a crowd of people in his truck, which is unfortunate. You had the cyber truck, blow up and at the Trump Towers in Vegas. Okay, come to find out that same truck, from what I'm reading and seeing, that same truck was parked at one point in front of the cyber truck that was in Trump Towers. But anyway, then you had a mass shooting in Baltimore, and you had a mass shooting situation or something in Wisconsin, I believe. Okay. And then now here we are with this California fire. And you just got to keep your head on the swivel. So what we're going to do today, I mean, I didn't really, to be honest with y'all, I'm not going to lie. It's so much going on. I really just didn't know what to cover. I swear to God. I didn't know what to cover. I'm like, damn, because the fire in Cali is no joke. The stuff that I just mentioned that happened in New Orleans, that happened in Vegas, that happened in Baltimore, that happened in Wisconsin, that's real deal stuff too. And it's just like, wow. But I decided I think I'm gonna spend a lot of my time on the situation with this fire out here in California. Why? Because I'm a LA native, born and raised, South Central California. They don't call it that no more. Now it's South LA and all this other stuff. Well, anyway. But yeah, it's quite shameful. There's a lot of key factors that is very shameful when it comes to understanding this fire and what's going on in California right now. So what I'm prepared to do here tonight, I am going to, I'm leaving, and don't even, I'm going to play some clips, right? And I'm going to do a couple reactions to these videos and clips that I'm going to play. I think two of them may be 6 minutes. One is 6 minutes. I think the other one is 9 minutes, but everything else is like a minute or so. But I'm gonna pretty much play the whole clips because there's a lot of key factors there. And something else that I just wanted to cover, and I'm gonna tap on too, is Jimmy Carter's funeral. I'm gonna tap on that because remember the name of this show is Keep Your Head on a Swivel. And so I'm gonna tap into the situation with Jimmy Carter's funeral, and I'm gonna play some videos from that because it should be eye-opening to certain people. I already get it and understand it, but it should be eye-opening. But with that being said, let's jump into this. Let's jump into what's going on here in California real quick. Let's just start there. Okay. Because this is definitely real talk, some bullshit. And full disclosure, let me do my disclosure. What up, Sean? I see you, fam. Full disclosure, this is the I'll Slap the Sense in You show. I'm not slapping the shit out of you. This is not a smack of disrespect. You know, this is just a situation to get your pineal gland opened up. You know, maybe you might be asleep a little bit. We tend to eat some things that tend to calcify our pineal gland. So we kind of want to, you know, this show is intended to help you become aware of things and another perspective. I mean, you can disagree. I don't care. I don't care about people disagreeing, but you know, let's exercise our brain, because our brain is actually a muscle. It really is. And the more you use it, the better it'll perform. The better nutrients you put into your temple, the better, because everything you put in your body goes to your brain anyway. So the better you do those things, the better you can respond. So that was just a full disclosure. Okay. Oh, what's up, Rose? What's going on? So let's get into this fire situation, because there's a lot to really talk about. Because for one, there's a lot of fucking fire and smoke going on down here in Southern California right now. Air quality is trash. Air quality is trash. I wouldn't suggest anybody go out in it without a mask. It's because it's not just the smoke and the fire, but it was windy. It was windy like prior, which is not nothing like the wind and the fire is not something that we're not used to in California, you know, but and that's what makes this thing so much more shameful of how this is conducted, because there's no way in hell we're not better prepared. So again, I'm going to play some clips, show some videos. I'm going to respond to them, because I think that the way this situation, I know the way that this was handled is just piss poor decadence on a lot of levels. And I want to send a personal shout out to everybody that has lost their homes out there in any one of those fires. You know, man, just stay strong. I know it's hard. Stay strong, stay focused. You know, let's stay prayed up. Let's meditate on our next steps. Our passions is high. We in pain right now. There's a lot of memories in our homes for pictures. I mean, some things you just can't get back. You can get money, whether it's in the bank or not. Those who lost, money at the house, money is something you can get back. But sometimes those memories of pictures with family members and friends and certain things of aesthetic value that you may have held on to when you was a child, or maybe someone, your father or grandfather, gave you something that they had for years. You just can't put a value on stuff like that. And I personally know, somebody that I coach with that lost their homes in a fire. So, salute to you, my brother. You stay strong. You're a great guy. I know this is a tough time, but man to man, brother to brother, I got you, bro. It's a cold thing right now. It really is. So let's get into this video, because I'm trying to figure out why the fuck we ain't got no water. Like, I'm trying to figure out why they're saying that. For those who don't know, and I'm gonna show the proof, there's reports that we don't, there's a lot of fire hydrants that are inactive and don't have any water. Then the fire hydrants that we do have available don't have enough water. And then there's this way that Gavin Newsom, instead of allowing a lot of water that we can get into California from the rain and snow and stuff, they just dump all that straight into the ocean. And I don't know if you heard this or not, but we're gonna play some videos, and then, like I said, I'm gonna touch on the Jimmy Carter funeral situation after that. But just bear with me, because this is ridiculous. And I think that I don't even want to call them leaders, our elected officials, mayor and governor, they fumbled the football on this one. They really fumbled the football. So I want to play a couple clips so we can react to it as a family. Okay, and then keep in mind the housing. Remember when a lot of insurance companies start leaving California? Y'all remember that? I mean, I know I do. Okay. I know I do. So here's one of the clips that I want to show you in regards to Gavin Newsom, aka Gavin Newscum. Let's play this one. Let's start here.
So what is our government? California's on fire once again. Only now, instead of burning up the red counties and the forested areas to the north, it's devastating portions of Los Angeles. Everybody's seeing it on the news. Every year we know the Santa Ana winds are going to blow. Every year we know that there's going to be risk. So what is our governor doing to help stop the risk? Virtually nothing, other than showing up at press conferences and waving his arms around. And
now, I'm sorry to pause that, but he ain't lying. Like, again, like I said earlier, this is something that as Californians, we're used to fires. Hell, we even used to earthquakes. But it's just, why are we so unprepared for these things? It's no secret. It's a guarantee that at a certain time of the year, them Santa Ana winds is going to be just acting a fool. It's a guarantee that there's fires that's going to take place. Okay? It's fires that's going to take place. It's a guarantee. They know this already. There's so much brush all out. And when you just drive on our freeways out here, you can see so much stuff that's like, okay, that needs to be taken care of, because clearly that's dry and it can catch on fire. Okay? Malibu stay on fire. It's always something happening in Malibu. It's because we're not spending the money appropriately. Then there was millions of dollars cut from the budget from dealing with fires from the fire department. Why would you do that? We all have to holler at your boy Gavin Newsom. But let me just play this video. Let me continue. I'm sorry.
Having long practiced monologues about, it's someone else's fault, this or that. So it's time for the governor to either bear down or get out of the way, because California keeps suffering. My county's up north, Carr Fire, Camp Fire, Dixie Fire, 1 million acres, and now it's hitting the constituents of Southern California hard. Why does this have to keep happening? Why is not anything being done to really mitigate the...
I'm sorry. I got to do it again. I'm sorry. You know what? If I could see Gavin Newsom right now, it's just one of those things where it's just like, hey, yo, Newsom, hey, come here, bro. Let me talk to you for a minute. Come here. Yeah, there you go. I will slap the sense into you, bro. Why the hell you not doing your job? That should be the number one thing that you prioritize as the governor of California. You might not have to do that if you were the governor of New York or Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? But when you're the governor of California, you know daggone well we're going to deal with fires. So there's no reason why that should not be your number one priority. And in fact, Mr. Newsom, you suck so bad at your job that the insurance companies, there's several insurance companies that decided to not even do business in California because of your negligence, Gavin Newsom, aka Gavin Newscum. Come here, Gavin New. If the insurance policies, if the insurance companies like, man, I'm about to be up out of here. We're about to leave California. We're not about to do this. We're not about to do this. What do I mean? I'm gonna read this. if the insurance company said they leaving, State Farm, right? It says, and this is, you can just Google this. Just pretend I'm lying. Pretend I don't know what I'm talking about, right? You can Google this. State Farm has halted writing of new home or business property insurance in California. And other home insurance companies has also stopped offering new home insurance policies or place limits on the coverage. Now, why would they do that? It says State Farm has announced significant changes to its insurance policies offerings in California to reduce its catastrophic exposure because they're trying to save money. State Farm has stopped accepting new applications for all business and personal lines of property and casualty insurance. Current California customers can keep their insurance, although in some areas, State Farm has non-renewed policies, and in other areas, insurance rates has risen. State Farm's strategy reflects broader trends in the insurance industry in California, where other insurers are also withdrawing or reducing their presence due to wildfire risk and other financial pressures. Wow. You know how when you Google stuff, it just other questions come up, right? And then it says, why are insurance companies canceling policies in California? That's because for the past few years, Gavin Newsom, insurance companies have been canceling policies or refusing to write new ones in California, citing rise in risk of wildfires. As a result, the FAIR Plan's number of homeowner policies grew to more than 451,000 as of September 2024, an increase of 123% over the last 3 years. So the insurance companies is like, look, we in Cali, we're not about to continue to pay all y'all for y'all catastrophic losses, because what do insurance companies do? They assess the situation. And when they assess the situation, they say that this silly, doofy, goofy, loofy ass dude, Gavin Newsom, has refused to put in the necessary steps to reduce wildfires in California. So the insurance company's like, shit, we're not about to be just keep handing every time a fire break out, we got to pay 4,000 and 5,000 homeowners, 450 and plus more, you know what I'm saying, every single time? No, man, looking at Gavin Newsom, what is you doing? Absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to continue to play the video. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not going to interrupt the video no more. In fact, they cut $17 million out of the budget. Karen Bass signed off on it. I hate to do this to Karen Bass, but Karen, come here. I will slap the sense into you. Why would you sign off on that, Miss Karen Bass, as the mayor of Los Angeles? Why would you sign off on that, Miss Karen Bass, as the mayor of Los Angeles? Why would you do that? You don't think we need that money? You don't think that extra $17 million would help right now? Huh? California is so destitute of resources right now that the Navy got 10 naval helicopters coming in right now with truckloads of water. Like, we shouldn't even need our military for this. But that's how bad it is. I'm sorry.
Issue of forest management, of brush management, and lower the risk. Why is the water being cut off at the hydrants? Is it because he won't allow us to build the water storage we need for a growing population and for growing crops? We need to build Sites Reservoir. We need to raise Shasta Dam. We need to not let all the water keep rushing out to the Pacific Ocean through the Delta to supposedly save a smelt that doesn't exist. We need to get cracking on this. Governor Newsom, either get at it or get out of the way.
Hey. And that really means
California's on fire.
And that really means you need to send in your resignation. Listen, I know California is a blue state. And Governor Newsom, aka Newscum, is a Democrat. I get it. And I don't even want to make this about this. But at the same time, it's time for you to hang it up, man. The people need to get you out of here. You have done a disservice to the whole state. I mean, what have you really done anyway, realistically? What have you really done? I mean, look at us now. How do you have a state like California and you don't even you got fire hydrants that ain't even got no water in? Really? Come here. I will slap the sense of you. How do you live in a state that's guaranteed every year to have fires and you don't have no water in the fire hydrants? And then the ones that you do, you don't either have enough water or enough pressure. Like, what the? Let's go on to the next clip, man. Because I could do this. I could do this. Karen Bass. Now, what's going on with you, big sis?
We continue to track the devastating and
I hate to have to do this to Miss Bass. I really do. But at the same time, Karen, Miss Bass, Miss Mayor, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. I will slap the sense in you. I don't give a damn about you being in Ghana. So for those that's like, well, what are you talking about, Noble? Miss Bass, when she was in Ghana, okay, when the winds and everything first kicked off, she was in Ghana. Now the fire may not have started just yet, but she was already quite clear about the state of the winds and what was going on in certain parts of counties was getting their powers cut off, because there's places in California right now, in Southern California for sure, that they cut their power off when okay, when the winds start kicking up. Okay, so she left prior. She left during that time knowing that it was going to be some vicious winds. Vicious Santa Ana winds, some vicious winds. And she left. So they on her head. Let me read some of these comments. A lot of these elected officials are not California natives, so there's a lack of care. It's reported they gave the surplus fire equipment to Ukraine. Wait a minute, hold on. The incompetence is overwhelming. Let me say this. If this is true, because Biden did just sign in another $500 million to Ukraine just the other day. He did just do that after just giving them a couple $100 million a few weeks prior to that. So there is a lot of financial mishandling, but I swear to God, they reported the surplus fire equipment to Ukraine. Wow. Now that better not be true. That better not be true, because I promise you, if that's true, that's foul. That's foul. But let me play this, because Karen Bass, you need to answer for a little bit. You got some questions.
Deadly wildfires in Los Angeles. Officials say at least 7 people have died. More than 10,000 buildings have been decimated, and over 180,000 people are under evacuations. Tonight, strong winds are continuing to fuel the flames. And amid these fires is growing backlash against Governor Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen explains what is being criticized and how these elected officials are responding.
Well, Becca, right now, state lawmakers at the Capitol are in a special session called by the governor to prepare for legal battles with the incoming Trump administration. But Republican Assemblymember Bill Asaley says that's a waste of our time when we should be using it to provide more resources to the firefight in LA.
I'm sorry. They not lying. This fool, Gavin Newsom, has allocated millions upon millions of our taxpayers' dollars. Here we go again. See, taxpayers, I'm telling you, I need y'all to wake up and stop voting for people just because somebody told you to, because it's this so-called vote blue no matter who. Like, we got to get out of that. We got to start voting like adults. Can we start doing that? Can we start voting for people that take care of their job description, that take care of their business, that can we start voting for people that align with your true interests as an adult and as American citizens and as Californians? Can we please start voting like that? Because this stuff is out of control. This is ridiculous. They've put aside millions of dollars just to prepare for Trump coming in office because they want to battle Trump in the current incoming administration about kicking out all these illegal immigrants, right? That's what it's really about, okay? And here's the thing that I find interesting, because Trump himself and the new border czar have already said they're not tolerating no sanctuary cities. They're not tolerating people getting in the way of what they got to do, kicking out all these illegal immigrants. And if you get in that way, they're prepared to cut federal funding to your state, lock people up. I mean, they with all of that, okay? And now California is in a position to where it's going to need some federal assistance and funding. So I'm feeling like you better get up and get all the shit that you can get now while Biden's in office. Because when Trump get in, it's not that he's some people might say he's a bad guy or not, but that don't got nothing to do with it. The point is, what this is, California loves illegal immigrants. And so therefore, if they want to get in the way of that, it's like, here's that federal funding that they kept saying, if y'all don't get out of our way, if y'all get in the way, if you try to keep this some type of sanctuary place for people from that ain't supposed to be here, there's going to be repercussions. And now look, we actually need the federal government because this silly, doofy, goofy, loofy ass Gavin Newsom ain't been doing his job. And then Karen Bass signed off on the budget to cut the funding. So, I don't know. I don't think we're in a good place right now. I'm just saying, Cali, we need the assistance. Federal and not, and all. And I just don't know how it's going to look. What did we say? The wildfire in Hollywood Hills was caused by an arson just arrested. Very ridiculous. Listen, this is crazy. You know what? And it probably couldn't be, because I know one of the Malibu fires was, for sure. And it was so crazy because I used to do street outreach and I did it in Malibu. And I remember that time because during that big Malibu fire, I was there. Like, me and another one of my coworkers were doing outreach in those hills. So we actually knew the encampments of a lot of these places, and we were there, to notify, people that were homeless that were living in those hills to evacuate and, try to find safety. And come to find out, one of the people that we actually engaged and tried to connect to resources before, she the one started the fire. That was the most craziest thing for me ever. I said, damn, this big ass fire was because y'all was down here trying to barbecue in the woods and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. Let me continue to play this video. For real. Because this is ridiculous.
We should be focusing on fireproofing the state.
As crews continue to battle the flames in Los Angeles, lawmakers in Sacramento are in a special session to prepare for any legal costs that may come during a second Trump administration.
I just believe that's the wrong policy and priority.
That's why Republican Assemblymember Bill Asaley sent Governor Gavin Newsom this letter, demanding him to call off the special session and to focus on fireproofing the state.
Only thing we should be talking right now as a body is how do we deal with these wildfires? How do we get help to these victims? How do we prevent this from happening again? And what do we do with the insurance crisis?
Asaley also criticized Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass.
Mayor Bass looking, staring into a camera, not having anything to say, or having no water in the fire hydrants. It's a complete disaster.
The city says there was enough water, but because of the fire conditions, firefighters relied on fire hydrants that are not equipped to fight fires of an entire neighborhood. Bass
Wait. Time out. See, y'all? This is what I'm saying. Stop electing these idiots. Why does it take this? Why do we have to go through this? When are we going to start voting for people that know how to do their fucking job? That know how to do their fucking job. I'm not voting for somebody just because the color of their skin or their gender. I'm not doing it. I don't give a shit about that. I care about my money, my pockets, and my safety. And if that is not, if I feel that's in danger, I can't cast my vote for you. I don't give a damn who you are. Democrat, Republican, I don't give a shit. I mean, damn. Clearly, we have elected some of the most incompetent imbeciles in the history of the universe on this planet. I mean, the obvious has somehow escaped Gavin Newsom, dumbass. What the hell you doing, bro? We need water. Why we don't have water in the fire hydrants? Why is there some fire hydrants that's not equipped to handle this events? But y'all talking about going to the moon. We got cyber trucks. Y'all telling people we finna cut off gas powered vehicles. We finna go electric vehicles moving forward and all this high technical shit. But you can't get us no water. Come here. I will slap the sense in. I don't know who to slap the sense into, Gavin Newsom or us, for keep voting for this fool. Please, can we put a motion to get him impeached and get him out of here and get somebody in here that has some common sense? I don't care about this party stuff. We need people that care about the people. This dude is an idiot. And Karen Bass, you sound like you're about to piss me off.
Getting the facts correct on Wednesday.
Claims that the tanks weren't full are false. On Monday evening, all available water tanks were filled before the fire.
Bass continues to be criticized for not being in Los Angeles when the fire started. Her response:
I was on a military flight, as I mentioned, which allowed me to be in constant communication. I was on the phone, on the plane, almost every hour of the flight.
But Asaley says that's still not enough.
You know what? I like it's always when some shit pop off, you got something off. I wasn't even there when it popped off. Somebody get knocked down on the corner over there and that's normally there. And all of a sudden they're not there all of a sudden. Like, bro, you damn near here all the time. All of a sudden when somebody get knocked down, you not here? Yeah, man, I wasn't right there it's just like, why wasn't you here? Oh, because you in Ghana. Well, what you doing in Ghana? Oh, well, I'm acknowledging their new president that just got elected president in Ghana. Like, why the hell you gotta do it though? You a damn mayor of LA. What is it? Don't we got some ambassador that go to Africa? Don't we got somebody that worked for the federal government that can go back and forth to Africa, to Ghana, to give congratulations to whoever the fuck became president? Why you gotta go, Karen Bass? Karen, come here. This ain't even got nothing to do with abuse. This ain't even the Ike and Tina Turner slap, but damn it, I will slap the sense into you. This is a slap of common sense. What are you talking about? Get out of here with that, lady. You failed just like Gavin Newsom did. Now I'm mad at you.
We don't want a mayor who's going to work remotely.
Asaley echoing many critics, saying he's also disappointed to see cuts to the budget for the Los Angeles Fire Department this fiscal year.
Why did the mayor cut her fire budget? Why did she do that? The fire chief in her city sent her a letter and said, hey, this cut is going to impact our ability to prepare for fires.
Mayor Bass's response:
within this fiscal year, LAFD actually would go above what was allocated on July 1st.
I reached out to the governor's office about Asaley's letter to call off the special session. A spokesperson says this is a clear stunt, and Assemblymember Asalee has voted against billions of dollars in funding for wildfire and forest resilience and resources for CAL FIRE. To see the full statement, head over to our website at abc10.com. Becca?
Now,
We continue to track the devastating and deadly.
There's an actual clip. Let me find it because there's actually a clip. Let me find it because I had this. Let me see if I can, because there's actually a clip of
So what is our government? What is our
and the dude is talking to her, asking her questions, and she just refused to answer that question, boy. I mean, and I want y'all to see it because it's like, dang, that's kind of cold, Karen. Like, you're not even gonna answer the question. Oh my goodness, where did that clip go? But there's a clip. Y'all look it up yourselves. You know, I can't do all the homework sometimes. I don't know what just happened because I just had it ready to go. Now it's all of a sudden I don't see it. But anyway, there's a clip of Karen Bass that he asking her, like, do you owe the Californians an apology? I mean, asking her all type of questions, and she just staring off into space like he ain't, like he not talking. He's like, you're not talking to me. Like, no, sweetheart, we talking to you. we talking to you, okay? What's going on here? Like, what? You have anything to say about this? And I promise you, she said absolutely nothing. I think this is the video that I want to play too.
Just want to show you some of what happened here on this street earlier today. There just are not enough fire crews able to deal with all the blazes that are going on. This house is completely gone. The next house next door looks like the roof has just caught fire over there.
See what I'm saying? Why we don't have enough fire crews? Why are we ill-equipped to handle something that we know for a fact that's going to happen every single year around a certain time of year? I'm going to say it again. Why are we ill-equipped to handle a situation that we know for a fact is going to happen around the same time of year every year? Why are we ill-equipped? Why? It makes no sense. This is decadence. This is retarded. This don't even make any sense. What are we talking about?
The fire has also spread across the street. There are at least 3 houses ablaze. And then the fire, just in the last 2 minutes or 3 minutes, has spread.
Let me fast forward some of this.
All the houses on this side are gone. Now the fire, look.
I'm going to fast forward because there's
multiple grids. We're basically just taking all the water out of the grid.
So what do you do? I mean, you want to fight these fires.
We do have water tenders, vehicles that shuttle water to us that carry 2,500 gallons of water. But again, they're stretched thin as well. So they have a lot of demand placed on them.
So on a scene like this right now, what can you do?
We are looking at houses that we can save. So things that we can do, we can clear brush.
We're looking at houses
fences,
that, look, like you said, we're looking at houses that we can save. In other words, there's some houses where they looking at it, they like, nah, we're going to have to let it burn. We don't even have enough water for you. We're going to try to get the houses that ain't really on fire and put them out. Because if your shit is ablaze, we can't help you. Sorry, it ain't. This is business. It ain't personal. But this goes back to, put like this. This is how you know Newsom and Karen Bass need to get up out of here. Both of them. Because Karen Bass is the one that signed off on the budget to cut that $17 million budget out. She the one signed off on it, okay? And I'm pretty sure Governor Newsom was cool with that, okay? But if you don't understand, excuse me, if you're having a hard time trying to figure out why I'm saying what I'm saying, let's just take it to sports for 1 second. If you are a football team, let's use the Raiders, for example. The Raiders just hired a brand new coach last year named Antonio Pierce from Compton, California, and they hired Tom Telesco. They sucked. The Raiders sucked trash so bad that this season here, they fired the head coach and the general manager because they only won 4 games. The Raiders was trash. So they fired Mark Davis, fired them for being so trash. Even though they only had 1 year. Tom Telesco was only the general manager for 1 year. Antonio Pierce was the head coach for only 1 year. The prior couple years, they came in behind another trash coach named Josh McDaniels. He was trash. Okay? So it in fairness, it almost wasn't really fair to Antonio Pierce because he inherited trash, tried to do his best, but this is the point that I'm making. Somebody has to take the fall for this, right? Somebody is to blame for this. So the Raiders fired their head coach and their general manager. California, you need to fire your governor and your mayor now. You don't need nobody that knows that we got wildfires here in California and they will allow a state like this that first of all, California is so important to America. California, if it was a sovereign nation on its own country would have the 5th largest economy in the world. I'm going to say it again. California on its own, if was a sovereign nation, would have the 5th largest economy in the world, making it a world superpower. Top 5, baby, top 5 in the world. Okay, as a state. So this state is important to America. California damn near represent the whole Western United States. You can say, okay, we got Oregon, we got Washington. I'm not shitting on them, but hey, when you think West Coast, you think Cali. I'm not dissing Oregon or Washington, but I'm just saying when you think West Coast, you think Cali. Period. So why in the hell would you allow a state that produces the 5th largest economy in the world to burn like that in its southern region? Where you got LA, Malibu, like that's bread, that's money. People, we need, what are you doing? You got to be, come here. See, Gavin, I will slap the sense out of you, Gavin Newsom. You need to be fired. You need to be fired. Karen Bass, you fired. You Antonio Pierce, head coach, get out of here. Gavin Newsom, you tell him Tom Telesco for the Raiders, fired. General manager, get out of here. Y'all need to be walked to the plank like pirates and fed to the sharks. Period. Walk them to the plank. Get them out of here. Don't go voting for them the next time. When re-election comes up in another year or two, you better not vote Gavin Newsom. You better not vote Karen Bass because they don't even put fucking water in the water hydrants. They cut the budget. Then the water hydrants the fire hydrants that they do have water in, they don't have enough. You heard the firefighter dude just say they don't have enough resources. Okay. I just read, you can Google the stuff I just read about the insurance companies and why they left California, why they're not supporting no type of fire. They're like, nah, we're not going to pay for all of this. Look at what's happening right now. Do you think State Farm and all these insurance agencies want to pay for this shit? Do you really think as an adult, excuse my language, but I don't care. Do you think that they want to pay for everything that is happening right now in California? State Farm want to pay for that? Prudential want to pay for that? You really think so? Come here. If you do, come here. Come here. You too. I will slap the sense in. You need to wake up. They don't want to pay for that. And again, the insurance companies, like they're about risk management. So when they see things not happening properly, they're like, wait a minute, Governor Newsom. Governor Newsom. It's Governor Newsom, But on this show, it's Governor Newsom. Okay? You've been in office for I don't know how many terms, and you have yet to peel back all the brush fires, the brushes, and everything that's dry out here in California. That's why them insurance, I just read it to you. That's why they like, hell no. We're not insuring this because this is negligence. It's just like having, put it like this. It's just like having a renter's insurance, a homeowner's insurance that covers for people breaking into your home, right? When they send out their adjusters, the people that's going to investigate the scene, if they find out that people, they did come into your house, but you left the front door open or unlocked and you didn't set your alarms and do all the stuff that you're supposed to do, I bet you don't get no money. When you call in to be like, oh, I need this, my TVs is gone, my juries and all that stuff you had insured, and they come out and they do their investigation, they find out like, oh, wait a minute, you didn't lock your door? You didn't set your ADT alarm? Oh, so all of the stuff that you do to prevent people from coming in, you didn't do that? You just kind of halfway left your door, not just unlocked, but halfway open? And you want us to insure you for your negligence? The insurance company will not. The insurance company will not. Thou shalt not. Okay? That's what we're dealing with right now with these idiots. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
That we can do with our hands or with tools, and we just help some homeowners get out. So first thing is rescue operations. We want you out. Houses can be replaced, all that, lives cannot.
Lives cannot. That was just around the corner here earlier today. We're going to, I just want to show you what's happening right now. So this house, as we talked about, is burned down. The house next door has not. Fire crews are here. They do have water in their trucks, and so they are hosing down right now. We actually got splashed by it. They're hosing down the roof of this house in the hopes that that will stop this house from being destroyed by this fire, because embers coming, I mean, when you see the flames from here licking that house, so they're trying to keep that roof wet.
See what I'm saying?
Y'all
see what I'm saying? Like, they're so desperate. If you listen to what he's saying properly, they're so desperate that they have to be strategic because they don't have enough water. We don't have enough water to fight none of these fires. So that's why the fire dude was like earlier, he was like, look, they being strategic. If your house is on fire, we just gonna let it go. That's what he just said. That's why he said we'd rather get you out of here and do that than be sitting up here trying to, like he just said, you can't replace a life, but you can replace items. That's why he said it. They had to make an executive decision. That's where we at, where they just, some stuff they just gonna let it burn. If it's too much, they just gonna let it burn. If they see that it ain't burnt, but it could get ready to start, they'll come put your shit out. They'll help prevent it from getting on fire and all that. But if it's like halfway, even if it's halfway gone, no, they're not. They're just gonna let it burn all the way down. You just cannot reelect these people after this tragedy. How could you? I know this is a blue state. Governor Newsom and Karen Bass, they both Democrats. I get it. I know. And Democratic motto is vote blue no matter who. Democrats, I ain't trying to make this about y'all, but at the same time, personally, I'm tired of seeing y'all in unfavorable positions when it comes to the people. I'm just saying, from a national standpoint, federal, state, county, I'm just tired of it. Like, it's just a complete negligence of the people, and we always suffering. And every time we get people start asking questions, all you do is just, well, that's not true, and that's a lie. Like, lady, that is true. They don't got no water carrying bags. I'm talking about they lying. It ain't. We just filled up the fire trucks the other day. Yeah, that was the other day. We got 5 or 6 fires happening. What do you mean, Karen Bass? Goofy?
You were saying earlier, they really look at the attics. If smoke is pouring out of the attics, if the roof is on fire, if it's gotten to that point, if it gets into the attic, then the house if they don't have enough water, then the house is going to go. Gavin Newsom was in this area earlier, about an hour or so ago, and I spoke to him just up the block. Here's our conversation. What's the latest?
Well, 5 dead, likely more. Just complete and utter devastation. I've been in a lot of these fires, a lot. Going back to Paradise, this approximates Paradise. It's not a numeric. It's just a feeling, sense of loss, place, belonging.
Still no containment.
No, we're at zero containment. The winds have been a little bit more favorable, as you've seen in the last few hours. So we've got the helicopters back up. We've got some fixed-wing aircraft. Out on the coasts, it's a little different. It's pretty intense. We have 23 aerial assets just at the Palisades, but a lot of them are not operational because of those winds. So it's a combination of challenges. That said, we've depleted all our resources. Northern California, we'd already pre-positioned on Sunday. Hundreds of personnel, special units, water tenders, dozers, engines, helicopters, and it wasn't enough. And now we're getting the mutual aid system, the EMAX system.
It wasn't enough. I mean, could it be that $17 million that y'all cut out of the budget, could we not have used that right now? Gavin Newsom, signed off by Karen Bass. Could we not have used that? Gavin Newsom? God damn, somebody slapped this boy, man.
Governors from all across the country are calling. Oregon sending a few dozen engines, and in Arizona, Utah. We're just grateful for all the support.
A lot of these firefighters I was talking to on the street, they've been working, 26, 27 hours. Are they that's just going to continue? I mean, there's enough folks here.
Yeah, I mean, we got a few thousand people working on this, and luckily we were fully staffed. The U.S. Forest Service is staffed up traditionally at this time of year. Remember, we're in January.
It's supposed to be wet this time of year.
It's supposed to be wet. I mean, so this is anomalous. I remember Paradise happened in November. I mean, so there's no fire season in California. It's year round, but to have this level, the acuity of fires is without precedent. These winds are without.
He just told on himself. See what I'm saying? Goofy. See what I'm saying? Goofy. If you know you live in a state where fires can just pop off at any time, listen to me. If I'm governor, the last budget I'm cutting off or defunding or taking away from is going to be the fire budget. I'm not what the fuck? Man, come here. I will slap the sense. There ain't no way I'm cutting out of that budget. We need that. What are we talking about? We need that budget more than anything. We damn near need that budget more than a popo. Because with a crime or a criminal, that's one person that might affect one victim, unfortunately. But a fire, man, that affects everybody. Even if, like in what they call South LA, the Compton, the Watts, Inglewood, South Central. Listen, ain't no fires down here, but what is down here is all of the smoke and the ashes. All that's in the air. So even this stuff is so big that even when you're not in an area where it's affecting you as far as burning your house down, the air quality is still trash as a result. That's how much fire and shit. You just wake up, you come outside in the morning, and it's like, damn. I mean, at 10 o'clock in the morning, it looks like it's 5 o'clock in the evening because of the fire and the shit that's in the sky. I mean, I just, like I said, y'all better not vote for this. You vote for him again, I know somebody is one sandwich short of a picnic basket. Y'all vote for this again, or her. You got to be one sandwich short of a picnic basket, because this is catastrophic. This is ridiculous.
And the challenge is these winds are going to continue on and off, a little bit less intense. Last night, whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe one fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's going to be determined by the local
authorities. Were saying part of it is the gravity, that it's these giant tanks on top of the mountains, which
well, they're going down. We were just with the team. They're getting the tenders down to Pasadena. filling
not
things back
equipped.
up,
Just
coming back up.
I'm not here about
So it's just
that.
a,
Are aerial assets now able to fly?
yeah, they've been the last few hours,
just say
particularly
gravity.
helicopters. Fixed wing's been up a little bit earlier, but out on the coast,
Gravity.
it's been a little more stubborn because those winds, those
Yeah, all these other
those winds
inventions
are
of
swirling.
flying
The
the cars
challenge is,
and all these
it's, you know,
spacecraft.
you
We
can
talking
see
about
that they can
gravity.
fly. It's not a question of turbulence or anything else. It's just the mitigations flying all over the place. So it's not, it doesn't have any benefit necessarily. So we've got National Guard working rattlesnake teams out there on the line. We're also trying to bring them in to supplement some of the law enforcement efforts as well. It's all hands on deck across the spectrum. The biggest thing, though, Anderson, that happened today, sincerely, and you can appreciate it in a community like this, to get that direct individual assistance with the major disaster phase. We're in the public safety phase.
I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
It's one can't even respond to it. I mean, it's
You ain't got nothing to
people
say.
are literally
You're goofy.
fleeing. People have lost their lives.
You goofy. Ain't nothing to say. There ain't nothing to say. What you mean? Just stop talking, bro. Just stop talking. There ain't nothing to say. You have.
So what is our
nothing
government? What is
to
our
say.
governor?
You know, what could you say? You dropped the ball. You fumbled the football, Gavin Newsom. That is exactly what you did. Okay? You fumbled.
On the phone, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't really.
This is a lady, y'all.
Welcome back, President.
So this lady, she ran up on Gavin Newsom. This lady right here, I'm about to show y'all a clip of this lady. She like ran up on Gavin Newsom and started drilling him on some questions like, listen to this. She wasn't playing with him, though. Hold on.
President-elect Trump and Gavin Newsom trading shots on who's to blame and who's politicizing what over the deadly wildfires that have ravaged the Golden State. Watch.
It's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish.
Well, he isn't the only person calling out Greasy Gav. Watch this.
Literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because
can't.
I
It
don't
doesn't
believe it.
give
Why
me
was there no
resources to deal
water
with
in the
Mrs.
hydrants,
That's
Governor?
Dana, that woman speaks for so many. There is so much frustration. They are angry at Karen Bass. They're particularly angry at this governor who's had a long, long time to fix these problems that Rick Caruso has said that they predicted them. They could have prevented them.
And Gavin Newsom basically has the run of government out there with the state legislature, right? So if you wanted to put some points on the board and get some things done.
Well, again, didn't I just read y'all what the insurance companies just said about why they don't offer insurance for fires in California? I just read it to y'all. Like she just said, you had a long time to deal with this. The insurance companies just said I just read it, for the past few years, there has been nothing done to prevent these type of catastrophic events. And again, insurance companies will do any and everything that they can to avoid paying out. They will. So they investigate and look at and assess situations. And when they see California not being groomed properly, the governor never ordered, people to clear out the brushes and water down and wet certain places so these type of things won't happen with this fire. The insurance company is like, well, guess what? If the governor is not going to take care of his business properly, and they're cutting out funds for these type of events, we're not going to insure Californians on fire there because we're not going to pay for this. They like, hell no, we're not paying for that. And you know what? As jacked up as it is from a business standpoint, I don't even think I can blame them because they looking at straight negligence. They like, hell no. Like I said before, if you got a homeowner's insurance and you got a rider in that policy that covers vandalism and stuff, and when the adjusters and the people come out, if they do their investigation and upon their investigation, they find out that you were negligent and you didn't lock your doors, you didn't set all alarms that you had in place, because they're going to do it thoroughly. They ain't no joke. If they find out that this burglary or vandalism was really due to your negligence, I bet you don't get no damn money. I bet you don't get no damn money. So again, Governor Gavin Newsom, this is why California, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Oh, this is the video. I think this is the one right here, y'all.
Here. Evacuation order for Malibu, east of.
I want to show the video of that lady, how she ran up on it. She hopped out.
This feeling you got because Governor, I live here, Governor.
Look.
That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
California Governor Gavin Newsom is being criticised by some for water mismanagement as hydrants ran dry while fires multiplied.
So I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Trevor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be.
Yeah.
Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see the. Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
Diminishing winds are bringing some respite for firefighters, but it's
There's water coming from over there. You can use it. Hey. Listen. You know, Caucasian, you gotta love your Caucasian brothers and sisters. And they communicate a little different. Now, if she was a sister from the hood, she probably would have been cussing and going off on him. But just know, they pissed. They pissed. He ain't getting them votes. Trust me, he's done. He's done. I think his whole they're talking about he might run for president the next cycle. We know you're not finna get it. You just eliminated yourself because of your decadent leadership. You just eliminated yourself. You're an idiot. Thank you very much, Gavin Newsom, for being an idiot and the governor of California. And Karen Bass, you need to do a better job as well. This is ridiculous. Moving on, right?
On the phone.
Moving on. Let me pull up, let me get to y'all this other video, right? Because I want to show y'all something. The name of this video is, like I said, the name of this show is You Got to Keep Your Head on a Swivel, okay? Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel, all right? Stay focused. Now, I don't know. We're switching gears here, going into another topic, because I think there's enough information now to understand that Gavin Newsom is an idiot and he needs to resign, or there needs to be a motion put in place to get him impeached. And, as the people of California Republic, yes, this is a republic. The California state is a republic. Yes, it is. Look at your California state flag. Okay, it says California Republic. He has to go. He has to go. And Karen Bass, you could probably go too. But I put this more on him because he's been there longer than you. I know you just kind of got there, but I would least, if we're not going to let you go, we're going to keep a close eye and let you know you can't F up no more. And if you do, you're going to FA and FO, which means fuck around and find out what we're going to do. You're going to be out of here next. Because we know you just kind of got in a little bit, but you didn't have to sign that. See, that's why what got you caught up is because you signed the budget. You signed to cut that $17 million out of the budget for the fire department. You signed off on that. So this is why you have to deal with it. This is why you have to be held accountable as well. Because if you would have not signed off on it, maybe we would be looking at you like how we looking at Newscomb. But we're going to give him some work. Oh, trust me, Newscomb, we finna give him some work. It's coming. I believe this is the last term. Yeah, I hope so. The arson looks like an immigrant. Just saying. Oh Lord. Wow. I don't know. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing about the arsonist. I don't know what the arsonist looks like or anything, but let us just not find out that it's that. Let us not find out that it has anything to do with some type of illegal anything, because I think that right there is going to that's going to do it for a certain party. I think after that, it'll be over. So we're switching gears here. Okay. Like I said, we're switching gears here. And so I don't know if y'all know Jimmy Carter. Okay. Former President Jimmy Carter, they had his funeral. They had his funeral service today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a clip of the presidents sitting by each other during this funeral service. Okay, I'm going to show you this clip. And it's George Bush, it's Lil Bush, Obama, Trump, Kamala Harris, or Kamala Harris, whatever, tomato, Clinton, the Clintons, who else is Mike Pence, they all sitting right there. And I want to show you this video because I want to highlight some things. Okay, well, hold on, let me read some comments. It says, it's a calamity what's happening to Cali and the U.S. will and all be affected because the insurance companies will raise rates across the board in an undercover effort to recoup all the money on claims. Yeah, absolutely. And again, going back to what was addressed earlier when we started this broadcast of this podcast, that I read to you how the insurance companies, why they fell back from helping people with fire insurance. There was a reason for that. It was basically from what they see. Again, the insurance companies, they assess situations. So when they assess stuff, they don't want to just be paying just to be paying. And they already saw the future, okay, of how this state was being negligently handled with resources and the efforts to reduce wildfires. And so they said, hell no, we're not doing this. We have nothing to do with this moving forward. We're out of here. Let me see. The only family that was missing was the Biden family. Oh, you know what? No, I seen Biden there. Brody, I actually seen, Dante, I actually seen Biden and his wife there. Now, Michelle Obama wasn't there. That was interesting. And it was like, oh, well, it has something to do with scheduling. I'm like, scheduling? Girl, your husband right here, and every president that's here is with they first ladies. Why are you not here? So, I don't know. That ain't my business. I mean, sometimes, shit be, the household, right? Be shit going on in people's houses, right? So I don't want to, but what I am want to do, I do want to get on that video, though. So let me just find this video that I want to show y'all in regards to that. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Now, this video I have to show y'all because this is a lady that's actually talking about fire. And you have to check this out. I'm going to show y'all this real quick. I'm sorry. I got to show y'all this. Listen to this one. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second.
It's home.
I know the feeling.
Here we go.
You decided not to leave.
I know I'm not supposed to be here, but this is my parents' home.
I know the feeling.
And they just lost, they got canceled from their fire insurance. So they're dealing with this. They're 90 years old. And through the state of California, because of this, they're 90 years old, that they've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance, and these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this, and it just happened, and they have no fire insurance. So thank you, California insurance companies, supporting residents who pay taxes and love California. And they wonder.
And see, this is what I wanted to, this is why I wanted to show y'all, because like she just said, they just canceled the insurance and then the fire happened. And you know, it's like, you know how they say you got to follow the money? If you pay attention to certain trends and certain movements, when you see certain stuff, it should be alarming. Like she just said, the insurance company had the same insurance company for 75 years. She just said it, or whatever she just said. You heard her though, right? Do I got to play it back? Let's play it back. Because maybe I'm tripping. It's happening. I'm human. But I know I heard her say they had that insurance for a long time.
And they've had the same insurance. And these insurance people, just 90 years old, that they've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance. And these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this.
See what I'm saying? So they've had the same insurance for 75 years. And I believe it because she just said that they like 90. Okay? So they've been in that house since they was 25 years old or whatnot, you know, at least 20 when they was in their 20s, right? When you do the math. So prior to this incident, the insurance company cut out the fire rider or portion of the insurance. Now, again, like I say, a lot of times you need to follow the money on things. Because, for example, like September 11th, the World Trade Center situation that happened in New York, I think it was a few days or a week prior to those events, the person who owns that building put a rider on his insurance policy that happened to include if the building had got struck and impacted by planes. And then September 11th happened. So, like she said, they've been having the same insurance for all these years. All of a sudden, they cut that part off for them, and then the next few days, boom, here come that fire. I'm just saying, it ain't a good look. It looked like they, you know what I'm saying? It's like they know. They're like, nah, we ain't insuring that. They already know. And that's just cold-blooded. But the thing is, you'll say, how did you know? Let's get on.
And it just happened, and they have no fire insurance. So thank you, California insurance companies, supporting residents who pay taxes and love California. And they wonder why people leave California.
First and foremost, you did get your parents out safely.
I live in Sierra Madre, and my parents are in.
I mean, I'm not gonna play that whole video. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. That's just ridiculous. But let's get on Jimmy Carter's. Let's transition on over to Mr. Jimmy Carter, right? Funeral, right? Let's
strange between Trump and Pence there.
Because this episode is called Keep Your Head on a Swivel. And you do. You have to stay focused and pay attention. We too distracted. We too caught up on BS. We not paying attention to all the events that's happening around this country. We ain't paying attention to New Orleans. We didn't pay attention to Vegas. We didn't pay attention to Baltimore. We didn't pay attention to Wisconsin. All these events is happening like back to back to back to back to back. You got the new incoming presidential administration is they talking about adding other countries within our union. So now we're talking about a 51st, 52nd, and possibly a 53rd state, which would be Canada. They talking about bringing in Canada, bringing in Greenland. I think it's Iceland or Finland or something. It's one of those other countries. They really want to secure this whole region. And you have to ask yourself why. Why is that such a push? What's going on? You know, why is it that when the Democrats lose this last election, the crypto market goes like boom? Again, why is it that when the Democrats lose this last election and it's official, Trump come in, like the next couple of days, the whole entire crypto market, they just go boom. Bitcoin shot up to over 100K. And it was just like what, 30,000, 40,000 a coin. It shot up to over 100. Like, you have to pay attention to these things and keep your head on a swivel and understand what's going on. Or just, even if you don't know, just be alert enough, sensitive enough to information in your environment to be like, well, damn, all this happening, what's going on? Maybe I should be prepared for something. Maybe I should kind of do some things in the event of. But this video I'm going to show you now is a prime example of what I mean about keeping your head on a swivel, because what I'm going to show you now is some footage from Jimmy Carter's funeral, okay? And in this funeral service, like I said, you're going to see Barack, Kamala Harris, or Kamala Harris, whatever, tomato, Lil Bush, both the Clintons, Mike Pence, Al Gore. Just look at this video, and I'm gonna pause it at time to time because I want to point out some things. I want to highlight some things to just show you that stop letting these people get you all emotional to the point where if a person don't vote for who you felt they should vote for, you want to cut them off. You don't want nothing to do with them. You mad because they voted for Trump. You mad because they voted for Kamala Harris. You mad because they're a Democrat. You mad because they're a Republican. But you got to remember, these are political parties of the same entity, the same corporation, and don't get it twisted. The U.S. is a corporation. The United States of America is the land. But the U.S., the United States, is a corporation. And if you know anything about corporate structures and DBAs and all of that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go.
But, you know, acting cordial, acting polite, shaking hands, Obama with Pence now, and former Vice President Al Gore there. So, like I said, Stephanie, we don't see these scenes very often. We'll see whether or not former President Obama and President-elect Trump are cordial and shake hands. They're seated right next to each other. A very, very frosty relationship
I was
between the two, nonetheless.
And we do see them actually exchanging.
Look at that. Look at how Trump is leaning in low key. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Nah, I'm going to do it like this. Hold on. Look how Trump. No. I'm going to reverse it because I want y'all to see this. Now, look how Trump is leaning in and Obama leaning in. All that, oh, Trump is Hitler, and he's the evil, and we can't allow. Look, he damn near smiling with the dude. Soon as Obama sat down right next to Trump, Trump leaned over and they chopping it up. Look, just watch this.
some conversation right there as they are seated next to one another. But it's interesting, and we've spoken about this, in times such as this, it brings people together on a human level. You can disagree with politics, but you set that aside to honor the person. And there is George W. Bush right there shaking hands and saying.
So now look, you just seen Bush ain't fucking with Trump. He walked right by Trump, didn't even shake his hand, and went straight to Obama. He didn't even acknowledge Trump, nor did Trump even get up to shake his hand. Okay? Bush went straight to Obama. Like, this is interesting when you can watch this stuff and break it down. Just wait till Kamala Harris come out, because this shit is funny to me.
Saying hello with Laura Bush there as well. So we are seeing, of course, a number of former presidents seated together, being cordial, as you said. But again, this is not a day or time to focus on the political nature, but perhaps more of the human nature. And we saw that with former President Jimmy Carter.
I mean, look, got Obama over there cracking up. Look, Trump got Obama over there cracking up. He's smiling and shit. You know, Obama got that big wide smile. He laughing. He think it's funny. Whatever Trump is saying, Obama over there just having a good old time right now. Sure is.
He didn't necessarily agree politically with certain individuals, but looking beyond that to perhaps that human foundation that we all share.
Yeah, I just have to note for the American history buffs watching, you saw there the interaction between Al Gore and George W. Bush, of course, in that very heated election of 2000, Stephanie. Bush beating Gore by about 500 votes in a Supreme Court decision in Florida. And everyone is acting cordial. That is what American politics, when it is civil, is all about. You see the Clintons now in the front row. And so we're really seeing one or two generations of American politics all gathered.
Now, if y'all paying attention to that, Al Gore, Pence, all those dudes back here, they stood up for Bill and Hillary Clinton. Even George Bush. But notice Obama kept talking to Trump. He never acknowledged Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton when they came in. Obama. He didn't even look wave. They didn't try to reach out to him or vice versa. He kept talking to Trump. He had nothing to say to Hillary and Bill Clinton. If you just noticed that. Because I just saw it. Let's keep going.
In the same space, all gathered in the same room. It is truly remarkable, Stephanie. And, it's not. Yes, inaugurations happen every 4 years. And you see there the Clintons,
Andrew,
the Bushes.
I have to ask you this.
Looks like former First Lady Michelle Obama not in attendance.
And that's what I was going to ask you about,
why there,
Andrew.
and then the Trumps there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was what I was going to ask you about. One of our producers, Tania.
Melania Trump ain't talking to nobody. She ain't talking to nobody. And Trump and Obama can't stop talking to each other. It ain't like, you know how it's a situation where it might be one person talking to the other person, but the other person really ain't listening and engaging really, and you can tell he's just trying to ignore him, but he keep talking to him. That ain't the situation. Trump and Obama keep talking to one another, like going back and forth, like laughing and chilling and smiling the whole time. Meanwhile, Obama said nothing to the Clintons. Trump said nothing to the Clintons. Okay? Bush, when he walked in, he didn't acknowledge Trump, but he said what's up to Obama. This really ain't the video that I wanted to show you, because I wanted to show you the other one because it shows it from the beginning when Trump walked in and he spoke with Mike Pence. And him and Mike Pence, you could tell Mike Pence wasn't really sure how to, whether to shake Trump's hand or not. But then, Trump was like, what's up? You used to be my running mate, my VP. What's up, bro? And then you could tell he was like, oh, okay, what's up, bro? What's good? You know what I'm saying? You could tell. And then he just kept it pushing. But you got to live.
Did also note the absence of Michelle Obama right there, not seated next to her husband, former President Barack Obama. Is that something that we were expecting, or perhaps this is not? Is this a surprise or not a surprise? I think people might be a little surprised not to see her there next to her husband.
Yeah, we'll have to see if there's any reporting on it kind of after the fact. It could just be, a scheduling conflict. But this was not reported kind of going into the funeral. So we'll have to kind of check our sources there to see.
Hold on, get to Kamala Harris come in, though. Wait a minute. Yeah.
And then the eulogizers will be seated there in those.
Hold on. I want to get to that. They still.
That's something perhaps we may not know, but I think our viewers might be curious. Is there a strategy to it? Is there a tradition behind it?
That these politicians,
there's a strategy.
They speak from both sides of their mouth. All of these people go to the same country club. They eat at the same restaurants. Their kids go to the same private schools and charter schools in Cambridge and London and wherever else they go. Like, they run into each other all the time. They're pen pals, they're Facebook buddies, and all of that. I'm telling you, they be acting for us, man. Keep your head on a swivel. Do not let these people think that they just enemies like that. You really just gotta see the obvious. And I'm showing
strategy behind it. You can kind of tell now. It goes kind of in.
Okay, here she comes.
Descending order.
Now look at
the vice president there, the second gentleman, walking into the cathedral. So the highest-ranking dignitaries sit up front, and lower-ranking dignitaries kind of file in.
Ain't nobody said nothing to Kamala Harris. Nobody. They didn't get up. Obama, look, let's see what Obama do. Hold on.
After you see former vice presidents seated behind former presidents, and kind of
he just stood there. This shit is funny. None of them got up. Pence, the Clintons, Al Gore, none of them got up to say nothing to Kamala Harris. Didn't give her a what's up, a handshake. You know how you can wink your eye at a motherfucker. They ain't give her nothing. Obama looking right at her. He don't even look happy. I'm pausing it right now. Look, Obama's looking at her right now, and he don't look happy. Does Obama look like he happy to see Kamala Harris right now? No, he do not. He looking right at her right now. He do not look like he happy. Look, I'm finna play. Look.
On and going on. So that's kind of the strategy, so to speak. Somewhat self-explanatory.
I can't. Did y'all see that? Look, I gotta play that one back. No, man. Look at this. Look, she looked back at Obama to at least say what's up. She was going to at least play it off a little bit and try to say what's up to him. Obama didn't even want to acknowledge her. He kept talking to Trump. When she turned back to say what's up to Obama, she saw him talking to Trump. You could tell she rolled her eyes and took a deep breath like she's disgusted. Look, watch.
Because you see in descending.
Hold on. Y'all got to pay attention to this.
And former presidents, and kind of thereon and going on. So that's kind of the strategy, so to speak. Somewhat self-explanatory because you see in descending order Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, and the like. And so you see the vice president there, Harris, and the second gentleman. And just kind of think about this, the electoral acknowledgement of the 2024 election.
Keep your head on
Harris and Trump, I believe, possibly the first time they are in the same room since Harris's election loss and Trump's election victory. Politics is very passionate. It's very raw. But to your point, Stephanie, moments like this, tempers are put aside for at least a couple of hours to come together to show.
Look at this. I'm sorry. I have to do this. I got to. Look, because Obama don't say nothing to her.
Somewhat self-explanatory. they're on and go kind of file in there after you see.
You know how you try to act like you don't see somebody, and you try to act like you so engaged in another conversation that you use that to act like you pretending that you don't see somebody else that just sat down in front of you because you don't really like that person that much. That is exactly what Obama did to Kamala Harris right now. She sat down. He seen her coming. He did not say nothing to her. None of them did. Not Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Al Gore, Al Gore, Mike Pence, none of the former first ladies. They didn't say nothing to her. Obama didn't say nothing. We already know Trump ain't gonna say nothing to her. So when you look at that, then she turned around to at least try to give Obama a head nod, like, what's up? And he just kept it pushing, like, anyway, I'm talking to Trump. And never acknowledge her not one time. And just look, I'm gonna play it again. Look how he do her.
Former vice presidents seated behind former presidents,
look
and
Obama,
kind of
look how he just
they're on and going on. So that's kind of the strategy, so to speak. Somewhat self-explanatory because you see in descending order Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton.
Her chest go like. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's some funk. It's definitely some funk. And I had got a lot of reports that Obama low-key didn't like Kamala Harris, that he just was doing what he was doing because he's loyal to the party, but he was not a supporter of her. And I even remember when they kind of pushed Joe Biden out the way. Remember, he originally said that they were going to have a process, and they didn't. They just pushed Joe Biden out the way and put her right there. But even Obama said that they was going to have a process. So you can tell Obama ain't messing with Kamala Harris. No, he not. We looked at it.
And the like. And so you see the vice president there, Harris, and the second gentleman.
Man, just imagine if that was your homie. If that was your friend that you just was campaigning with, you would have been like, oh, what's up? You'd have tapped her on the shoulder like, hey, man, what's up? How you doing? You good? Like, what's up? Oh, I'm good, Obama. We good. I mean, come on, y'all. They humans just like us. Look at their body language. Like what it said, Kamala looks so uncomfortable and nervous laughing out loud. Hell yeah. She do. Ain't nobody even talk to her. Nobody said nothing to Kamala Harris. Nothing. Didn't even give her a head. You didn't even see somebody do this. You know, they overly trying to be formal. When everybody else walked in, they stood up, they shook hands, they gave daps, they said what up, you know what I'm saying? They did all that. When she walked in, they just stood looking into space like, and she hot right now. And Obama been talking to Trump the whole time we've been watching this video. Look,
and just kind of think about this, the electoral acknowledgement of the 2024 election. Harris and Trump, I believe, possibly the first time they are in the same room since Harris's election loss and Trump's election victory. Politics is very passionate. It's very raw. But to your point, Stephanie, in moments like this, tempers are put aside for at least a couple of hours to come together to show kind of a bipartisan front of unity, saying goodbye to former leaders like this. But no doubt, these are scenes, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself and reiterate that we just do not get very often here. The election was just now about 2 months ago. The inauguration coming up in 11 days. The Biden-Harris administration winding down, and the closing of one chapter, the opening of another. I just want to reiterate and repeat that. And that's what we're seeing on full display. Yes, the tributes, the celebrations, the mourning, but also just kind of the sheer underbelly and undertone of politics as well today.
Look, she got that look on her face like, ain't nobody fucking with me. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Hey man, listen. All of this is to show you that you gotta keep your head on a swivel. You got to. You have no choice, because if you don't, you'll be lost up in the sauce. Okay? Gavin Newsom sucks. Karen Bass fumbled the football on the goal line to score a touchdown. She fumbled because she signed off on the budget cut. So she fumbled the football. All right? You had the situation in New Orleans, the situation in Vegas, the situation in Wisconsin, the situation in Baltimore, right? That's 4 things right there, right? You got these fires now. You got this current administration talking about they about to make Canada and Greenland, and that's another country. If it's Sweden or Finland, one of them other countries, they're about to make them a part of the United States of America. Okay. You have to know that it's going down. For the crypto market to explode the way it did when the Democrats lost. Remember, the whole crypto market was trash and was down. It wasn't doing nothing. It was in a bear market. All of a sudden, that happened. Boom. Crypto market explode. Boom. Bitcoin go up. A lot of other coins go up. XDC, XRP, XLM. A lot of coins they just boom. Like if you had crypto, yeah. In any of those coins, you had a lot of them. Yeah. You feeling real good right now. Yeah. Your portfolio look real nice right now. You probably didn't cast out some shit, took care of some business. That's what I'm talking about. But when you combine all of that, you have to keep your head on a swivel. This is why some of us keep saying, stop getting so emotional about these politics, man. These people, they go to the same school, they eat at the same restaurants, they go to the same country clubs, their kids go to school together, all of that. Look at Obama. And look how Trump and Obama was talking the whole time. The video, they sitting up there talking like they best friends. When Obama was the main one telling you, oh, Trump is evil and he's racist and he's that and he's going to take away this and take away that. Well, why are you sitting up here he and ha with somebody that's so evil and so racist and so this and so that? I mean, you got to look at that. Then you would think like, okay, all these Democrats right here, Obama, the Clintons, Kamala Harris. Didn't nobody say nothing to Kamala Harris when she walked up? Didn't nobody give her a head nod, not a wave, not a handshake, not even an eye look. They all just, when she walked in, they all was just like, anyway. Trump, look, this how cold it was. It's so cold that the person that she ran against, he leaned in and started talking to Trump before saying what's up to Kamala Harris. When she walked up, Obama didn't be like, oh, what's up, sis? When she sat down, he didn't tap on her shoulder like, oh, what's up, sis? How you doing? He didn't say nothing to her. In fact, when she had her back turned and he kind of got a moment to look at her, if you watched it, he kind of looked at her like he was not pleased. Like he was disgusted with her. Like he was not happy. So it just goes to show that as people on the outside, keep your head on the swivel. You can't be getting all caught up in the stuff like that and getting so emotional to where you cutting off your family members because of who they voted for and this, that, and the other, because it all could be the left wing, the right wing, right? But they all part of the same bird. Remember, it's the eagle that they represent. I don't give a fuck if it's the left wing or the right wing. They represent one bird. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to keep our head on the swivel. We gonna have to be more prepared for danger and things that happen. Real talk. Can you listen? You don't. Everybody's not experiencing the fire like that, but there's a lot of us are. Can you imagine being in that situation and you gotta run to safety? You were part of that fire and you have to run out of that neighborhood because everything's on fire. You might have to run 2-3 miles down the street. Are you in shape enough to do that? You might have to not just run 2 or 3 miles down the street, but you might have to carry your child with you. You might have your granddaughter, your baby, somebody with you that you got to move them down the street, whether you carrying them, pushing them in a wheelchair, anything. Are you ready for some shit like that? When's the last time you ran? When's the last time you exercised? When's the last time you ate right? Are you ready for some shit like that? No, you're not. I know a lot of people right now, if they have to run full speed, just half a block, they're going to be, by the time they get to half a block, they're going to be finna die. We're not living in times where we can be comfortable, y'all. We just not. I'm not saying you got to walk around here with your anxiety up, but we just not living in times where you can just be uncomfortable. Look at the Bourbon Street incident where that dude ran all those people over with the truck. None of those people that got killed that day thought about they was going to get ran over by a truck while they sitting there having tea and lunch and eating and with their families and their friends and they're talking, having a good time. Next thing you know, here come this weirdo plowing through everybody in his truck. Like, you got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to keep your head on the swivel. All right, ladies, this ain't the time to be on some, I don't need no man, I'm independent, I don't need nobody. Stop it. You need whoever you can get. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And if you would have do that when y'all go out, he's supposed to be your protector. This is your husband, your boyfriend, or the man you're involved with. And if he's not placing y'all in a position to where, okay, he's putting his back to certain stuff so he can see everything, and we gonna sit right here. So if something jump off, at least we don't have to run through 1,000 people to get out of here. You know what I mean? When you go to a place, you want to know where all the exits are. I'm not saying walk around with anxiety, but damn, understand the times that we living in. We're living in challenging moments right here, right now, to the point where it's damn near, some people say this is biblical. This is prophesied. This is part of the Quran, the Torah, and in the Bible and shit. So you need to be paying attention. Don't be just going out the clubs, and I don't care if you finna go have brunch with your girls, and we're just gonna have brunch with your girls. Yeah, them people be, as we see in Bourbon Street, you just go have brunch, and here come that truck plowing through everybody. You go to the Baltimore, they shooting up the school. The Wisconsin, shooting up the school, shooting up the colleges. Like, we didn't already see people in church. People came in up in there, shooting up the church. It was a Dylan Roof shooting up the church. I'm just saying, like, this ain't, I'm not saying walk around with anxiety, but damn, pay attention. And if you can't focus, you need to do something about that. And as men, you got to be focused. Again, ladies, pay attention. Stop just walking down the street like Ezel. La, 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 la. I be seeing too many people, especially females, walking down the street on their phone, going to certain places on their phone, walking through the parking lot, walking down the street, walking through the park on their phone, head down, in their phone, not paying attention to nothing that's going on around them. Like, damn, you didn't see that dude that's finna come snatch you up there? You didn't see him? If you was paying attention, you would have been able to identify the suspect. But you walking down the street like this. Why? Because you trying to act like you just, I don't want to be bothered, or maybe you so in tune with what's going on social media that forget all that. You need to pay attention, because predators prey on people that's not paying attention. The person that's looking for somebody to rob, he's not gonna go rob the person that's looking at everything. He's looking for the victim. The victim is going to be this person that's the weakest, the easiest one to get, the one that's not paying attention. That's going to be the victim. And if you're walking down the street, especially as a female, and you're not paying attention, you're lining yourself up for failure. You're lining yourself up for failure. Do you got generators in your house? Do y'all got walkie-talkies in your house? Why you need walkie-talkie? Because you think that if something was to happen that you're going to be able to use the cell phone or some shit? You think you just going to call your kids and see, are you guys okay over there? Hell, they already talking about how certain towers is finna get burnt down right now. That could be killing the Wi-Fi. ABC talked about it like, man, if we lose feed because this fire right here finna burn this tower down. Y'all can just pick us up on this streaming platform. I mean, what you gonna do? They cut the communication. I ain't finna be no picking up no cell phone and dialing nobody. No. So how you gonna communicate? Do you have a plan in the event of, if something was to pop, have you talked to your kids or your wife, your husband, anybody, your friends, your family about where y'all gonna meet? You know what I'm saying? Do you have at least 90 days worth of water? They say a month worth. Fuck that. 90 days at least, bare minimum. And I'm talking about for the size of your house. So if you got 3, 4, 5 people in your house, you should have 3 or 4 or 5 months worth of water to cover those amount of people. At least 90 days. At least that's bare minimum. What about canned food? You got canned food? You got batteries? You know what I mean? It's just, do you have generators? And if I was y'all, I wouldn't even get the loud generators. I'll get the quiet generator. Don't get the loud one that let everybody know you got a generator, because you don't know how crazy this shit can get. If it keep going and get apocalyptic, they're going to rob you for that generator. Oh, they're going to listen. Everybody looking for a source of power. Oh, y'all hear that? It's a generator. They're going to follow that sound. They're going to get you. You better get you a quiet generator, some shit that's just, and yeah, you own. You got electricity, but you keeping it to yourself. I'm just saying, like, we can't depend on elected individuals. And then as people, we're so much of a sheep, we don't even have the balls to tell people you fired, because they're all public servants. They work for us. Why the hell we keep letting that happen? I'm telling you, watch, we ain't finna do nothing. If Gavin Newsom doesn't resign, or we fire him and get him out of here and impeach him because of this stupidity, it just goes to show, like, we're not, like, as much as they are to blame, we are to blame too, because we keep dealing with these people. And what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So if you keep voting for the same type of people, the same party, the same everything, but you expecting this, I don't know what the hell you expect, you must be insane. And if you are insane, doing the same thing, but then you want to expect a different result, come here. I'm going to have to slap the sense into you, because right now you're sleepwalking and you're being a complete idiot, and somehow the obvious has escaped you. You need to wake up, keep your head on the swivel, man. I ain't saying walk around all nervous, but, you know, have you some toilet paper stacked up, have you some canned goods stacked up, have you some medicines, some isopropyl and vitamin C stuff stacked up. Grow you some, if you own property and you got a backyard, grow you some greens and some cabbage and some vegetables, get you some fruit, do that stuff. Have something to where in the event of, clearly, in the event of, if something happened, you won't be just destitute, not knowing what to do, not having a plan, not having nothing, Keep yourself protected. Exercise your Second Amendment right. I promise you. Keep them ready. Because if it ever pop, what you think people gonna do? It's already reports right now of people up there being arrested for loot. You like, damn, why is they doing that? People losing their homes and there's people out there looting? Hell yeah. They want to take advantage. They know it's people being evacuated, them houses are abandoned. So they going up there in those Malibu Hills and Palos Verdes and the Pasadena and all those good, rich and wealthy people's folks' homes, and they trying to go snatch up some shit. And there's going to be some stuff to leave because you're not taking everything with you. You got this evacuation. You ain't got time to pack up all your jewelry and all your chains, all your diamond rings, and your picture that's worth $10,000, and that vase that's worth $5,000, and that this picture was Picasso painting that's worth $50,000. You ain't got time for all that. You got to go. You're going to leave that stuff behind, and they coming to get it. So I'm just saying, keep your head on a swivel, man. Just pay attention. When you go out, put yourself, when you go to the club or anywhere, pay attention to how many exits there are. Sit by one of those exits. Keep your back to the wall. Position yourself where you can see everything. Ladies, if you out with a guy, make sure that he's doing that for you. You shouldn't have to tell him. And if you do have to remind him, like, hey, shit, we be sitting right here. Shouldn't you sit here so you can see who's coming and going? He shouldn't be sitting with his back to the door and you see everything. That should be opposite. You sit with your back to the door and he should see everything. He the man. He the dude. And if he ain't moving like that, nope. He's not a protector. Nope. Fellas, at the same time, you got to be out with a woman that want to listen. If you like, baby, we can't go left. We finna go right. And she, I'm going left. Okay, I don't need you trying to be misogynist and trying to keep me from exercising my rights to be a strong, independent woman. Okay, well, take your strong, independent ass over there by yourself and you handle that shit. The fire, the vandals, the fugitives, all the shit that comes with that, you going over there and handle that since you don't want to listen. Because it's my job to protect you. And as that, if I can't protect somebody that don't want to listen, that's combative, that's argumentative. So since you know so damn much, take your ass over there and do it. And let me deal with somebody that when I say, baby, we got to go, she just get up and go. She's not trying to, why we got to leave? I don't think we should leave. I think we should just stay. I don't see anything wrong. And you like, nah, it's finna go down. We got to go. You ain't got to argue. You want the one that's like, baby, I'll explain to you later. We got to go, but we got to go now. Okay, cool. No problem. Let's go. And then when y'all get out of here, so what was going on? Yeah, but I seen this, I seen that, and that guy did this. I think something's finna bad happen. And even if it's not, even if it don't, just the fact that you sharp enough to pick up on it and get on about your business, that's the type of situation you want to be in. I'm telling you. Keep your head on a swivel. So with that being said, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. I love y'all, man. Y'all take care of yourselves. Send y'all prayers up for California. Let us get some prayers and some peace and some blessings. You know, whatever you subscribe to, your ancestors, divine spirits, the Most High, I don't care. Just, send us some good energy this way so we can get these fires put out and get the air quality back. Because at this point, it really is not good. The air quality is not good at all. I'm still seeing people outside walking around, all type of stuff. I'm like, damn, you ain't even gonna come outside. It's different when you just go in and out real quick. But damn, I can tell, like, damn, you walk to the bus stop, you sit here waiting on the bus. You ain't got no mask on. That's not good for your lungs. It's not good for you. All right. So let's just stay positive, y'all. Keep your head on a swivel. Prepare yourselves. Be prepared for in the event of. Again, this ain't to say walking around with anxiety, but keep your fucking head on a swivel. All right. So with that being said, I love y'all. It's your boy, Noble Alexander, your big brother, your little brother. It just depends on the situation. I'm out.